Welcome to the very last day of the Mini Simplify Challenge 2.0, a 7-day decluttering challenge to create a fresh start for the new year, for the new season of your life. For the last 6 days, we've been clearing out our homes and creating a clean slate. So far, you've decluttered your wardrobe, your makeup and products, your decor, your pantry and fridge, your kitchen, your linen. And today we are doing a really hard one. We're doing books. If you've reached this last day and you are like, look, this decluttering challenge was good, but I need more, I have you covered. I'm actually going to be continuing to declutter over on my app Intention. I'll have a link down below. Search for the Simplify Your Life Challenge program and you can continue to follow along decluttering with me for the next 7 days. But if that's not for you, you're done with your decluttering journey, that's totally fine because I have so much more content that is coming your way, including Reset Your Life Week, which is a week that I do every single year, resetting my life in ways that aren't necessarily home focused. So you won't be left behind and you'll still be getting daily reset content regardless. If you want to join on the Intention app, I'm going to have that link down below, but let's get into today's challenge. Decluttering your books. So the first step for today, as with all of your days, is to create your guiding questions. I'm going to have a list of question ideas for you on the screen, so you can hit pause, choose 1 to 3 questions, or you can just choose your own questions if you already have a really solid idea of what you want out of this day. Books are really hard to declutter, and at least to me, they feel like they're like sentimental items. I've got 2 questions as I declutter my books. The first is a classic Marie Kondo, does this spark joy? And the second is, would I recommend this book to a friend? The next step is to take your books out of their homes. Put them on your bed, put them on the floor, put them in a setting that they're not usually in so you can see them from a new perspective. So I gathered all of my books and I put them on the bed. As a quick side note, a good guiding question for any future decluttering that was from Brooke Dwyer, who's part of the club, was what insecurity does this item address and promise to fix? Does it do what it promised? She said, then I don't feel bad if I let it go. I just believed something that wasn't true about a product and I learned something about myself in the process. Something to keep in mind if you're going to keep on decluttering. This is my entire collection of books. Almost all of these are from the Lifeline Book Fest that I went to recently. I picked up this book, which I'm so excited about, but it's falling apart, and a bunch of others. Now you are decluttering, so one by one, you're going to be holding up each book that you own and you're going to be asking your guiding questions. This year is the first year in a really long time that I've actually started buying books outside of when I've gone to the airport, because I always have a thing where I buy a book every time I go to the airport. So I've started buying more physical books. For years, I have been a ebook kind of gal, and I still am. I still read ebooks all the time. But Luke and I do want to buy a house, an apartment in the next year or 2, and I've always said I want a library. If it's not a library, I want a book nook. I want somewhere where books are on display, books are accessible. Basically what I'm saying is this is the largest number of books I've owned in a really long time in comparison to how I used to be when I was all digital. Decluttering your books can be really difficult if you're someone who really loves books. Consider starting with the least sentimental books that you own. Maybe kick off with non-fiction first, if those are the kind of books that you're the least attached to ease yourself in. Okay, so this is my pile of books that I'm going to donate, discard. I have a whole pile of books that I actually need to return to people. The whole Harry Potter series is from my sister. This my dad lent to me. This book had so many good reviews and I didn't enjoy it even a little bit. I loved the sound of this book. Right now, I'm trying to overcome my fear of aging. I don't really have a fear of aging, but it's just something. I've got these weird complexes in my mind about aging. I feel like recently so many people are talking about the idea that women expire at age 25. Obviously, that's ridiculous. Society does struggle with women getting older. Anyways, so I've been trying to buy books on aging. So I have this one. I did actually try to read it and I just didn't really enjoy it. It's all about the warmth of your heart, preventing your body from rusting. And I thought it was just a really nice concept, but it didn't really do it for me. I also got this book, which I'm keeping. It's from the School of Life. It's called How to Age, and it's all about the deep fear of aging. Over here are all the books that I'm keeping. I would really recommend this. I also think it's a hit and miss book because I did a poll on this and either people were like, yes, the best book, or they were like, it was awful. So I sat in the yes, it was a good book. Probably not the best book, but I did really enjoy it. My friend was there and she said Naomi Klein is one of her favorite authors, so she recommends it. And that same friend bought me The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan, which I have tried to read before. My partner does have a copy of all of the books in that series. I've tried to read The Wheel of Time before because it's Luke's favorite series of all time, and we usually have really similar tastes in books, but I couldn't do it. It's heavy. there's just a lot of details. But now that I've started watching the series, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it another go. So she got this for me at the perfect time. And this book, while it is falling apart, and I'm going to rebind that, I know my dad knows how to do that, so I'm gonna ask him how I can do it. This book has such good questions in it. Assuming the complete recovery were instantaneous, would you be willing to accept a year of complete paralysis below the neck to prevent the otherwise certain extinction of the blue whale? How many of your friendships have lasted more than 10 years, and which of your current friends do you feel will still be important to you in 10 years' time? In conversation, do you tend to listen or talk more? Those are just really superior questions, having been someone who's like searched and searched for good questions. Love a good question. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I also have the Miracle Morning. I want to know if you guys would want to see like 30 days of doing the Miracle Morning. I've always been unsure about this, but I got it for that reason. Clearly, she gets excited about books. That was a lot of talking about books, but that is where I'm at. So, to go pile, to return pile, I'm keeping all of those, as well as all of these. Now the next step is to clean out the place where your books live. So here is where my books usually live alongside Luke's books. Luke is finally getting himself a bookshelf, so I'm gonna move all of these into his room. He's picking up that bookshelf now, and this can be just a space for my books, so I might even shuffle some stuff around here and make some room. So I just gave my shelf a quick wipe over, nothing crazy. A lot of dust tends to gather up around books, so I just wanted to get everything clean and clear before I put any of my books back. So I've gone ahead and I've cleared up that whole bottom row to be cleaned, and I've also cleared out here, which is where I think I'm gonna pop the books. The next step is to put your books back into their home. I don't have too many books. As I put my books back, I kind of just organize them by topic or vibe, which is what tends to work for me. When you're organizing your book, think about how you think when you go to reach for a book. Are you thinking, oh, what vibe do I want right now? What mood am I in right now? Organize your books in the way that your mind works. Here's the end result of my little book collection. She's looking cute. I decided not to use this space in the back if I can get away with it, because I personally hate when books are stacked in front of each other. It just makes the other books that are behind so inaccessible, and I want everything to be easy to grab out. The last step is to discard or donate. As I said in the last few videos, I've pre-booked a car boot sale, so me and my friend are gonna go to the car boot sale, and I'll probably bring these books along and just sell them for like $1 or $2 each, and anything that doesn't sell gets donated. So I had one small bag of books to go. Congratulations on making your way through this entire challenge. I am so incredibly proud of you. If you made it through this 7 days, I think you'd be doing better than most people. So give yourself a huge pat on the back, a huge congratulations. Sticking to things is hard, and you did it. If you're like, yes, I want more decluttering, join me on Intention using the link down in the description below, where you can watch another 7 days of decluttering and really cleanse out your house. Otherwise, stick around for more reset videos because there are going to be plenty of them. I appreciate you so very much, and I will see you soon.